Invincible season three just started on Amazon Prime, and three episodes were released. And this is one of my highly anticipated shows of the year. It's no secret, Invincible is one of my favorite shows ever. And just diving right into episode one, I had a lot of fun. I think they set up like they dragged you into this episode and got your attention real fast with the threat of Doc Seismic and what he was planning, especially since in previous seasons he's been such a low rank villain that them amping him up so much here fit so well. And I kind of like how in this episode we got a training montage right at the start instead of waiting mid-season to have a training montage and taking up time then. Instead, now we just get it right out the gate and we get to see how powerful he is throughout the entire season. And the numbers he's pumping out is incredible. That is some insane numbers and a lot of growth, which has me wondering how much he's going to increase as the show continues to go on. I don't think I have anything bad about this episode. I really enjoyed it. It was extremely engaging. I really felt the threat level as all the superheroes were captured. I like seeing Adam, Eve, and Invincible together. I've enjoyed that since season one, and I've been waiting for them to get together. I'm extremely happy they've started to go in that direction. I love it. The action's fantastic. Dialogue's amazing. I really love the characters and how grounded they feel and the real world problems they face and how they get through it. I think this is one of the most grounded superhero projects there is, and so far, season three is no different.
Yeah, I liked episode one. My favorite part of it was the threat level. I think when you start off the beginning of a season like that, how could the rest be bad? You know, when you start off strong, I wasn't a fan of this comic. I wasn't aware it was a comic until a friend of ours, Kenny and Griffin, uh, told me about it. I wasn't engaged enough with season one's trailers. I do thus far think season one is the best one. Usually, the first episode of a season is either picking up with a cliffhanger, and it's usually a lot of dialogue, a lot of exposition. And this one, although it did have a lot of that, it had a lot of, you know, looming, menacing threats, and I like that because it right off I couldn't pay attention to anything else. I had been bitching about, season one, season two, about these two characters, getting together. And I hate it when in movies or TV shows, two characters that are going to end up together takes them fucking forever to finally do it. So I'm glad that we're here at this moment because these two, they need to get together. It's kind of like Peter and MJ, just fucking date already, man. Just bone. So I'm glad. I love the action in this show. It's fucking intense. It reminds me, maybe I'm gonna get hate for this, but it reminds me of Zack Snyder because that's kind of action that dude's into. It's not for kids, but I love that, man. This year we're cooking. We're comic book fans, us geeks, us nerds. We're gonna eat well this year. I mean, we have Invincible, we have Fantastic Four, we have Daredevil, we have Superman. It's gonna be a good year for us. Going right into episode two. I mean, I don't mean to sound repetitive, but how many times have you guys heard me say it was just as good as episode one? I think none this year. You know,
It's
the
February.
content, yeah, but I mean but we've already had,
True, we've had a
significant
few shows.
content. And I like that, man. I like when I can tell you guys, dude, I liked it because I wasn't able to say it about Rogue One. I mean, not Rogue One. What was it called? Skeleton Crew.
Skeleton
I,
Crew.
I wasn't able to say it about that. I
I feel like you were.
definitely
Were there episodes we liked more that came out later in the season than we did episode one?
I did, but I didn't like episode two more than I liked
Oh,
episode
okay.
one.
Got it. I
Yeah,
understand
that
now.
could like moving episode to episode. I haven't,
Fair.
sadly didn't happen with Skeleton Crews, didn't happen with fucking Creature Commandos. It definitely hasn't happened yet with Spider-Man, which is sad. But here, and I was kind of thinking as good as episode one was, I was like, shit, it's probably gonna like mellow down in episode two. No, man, episode two was just as good. I didn't get that same threat level, but of course, just change of pace. But the character development is well done. I'm not loving their designs, but in my defense, I also don't love the fucking designs for any of the characters in uh The Boys. And I think that's a great show. I love the characters. I just don't like their designs. But when you can be that good of a character where I don't care too much what you look like, that's always a win to me.
I'm gonna go one step above Everett, actually. I think episode two may be better than episode one. I think that, as he said, character development is unparalleled, but I think what really brought it home for me was the inevitable clash between Cecil and Invincible. I really liked the contingencies that Cecil put, and I like how the debate between the two is not necessarily one-sided, because I feel like there's definitely supporters on both sides, and let us know in the comments which side you support. As to me, I think both have very good points, and both are right in their own way. It's just which one can you live with? And I really enjoyed that. I liked how Cecil took contingencies against Invincible and showed real quickly why he's the boss. And the development that happened with the Guardians about them taking sides, it kind of reminds me a little bit of Civil War here. And I like that because that always gets us good development, and it means that there's going to be some threat coming in that because they're divided, they're going to clean house. But then once they come back together, they're going to absolutely destroy them. But I think this episode was very well done. I like the action, and there've been a lot of callbacks to season one so far, and a lot of them paid off in this episode. I'm extremely happy. I mean, we've been waiting for D.A. Sinclair to come back ever since, and we finally got to see that with episode one and episode two. We get Darkwing back. I really enjoy this episode. We get the more development with Oliver as he gets his superpowers and has he wants to be just like Invincible. And of course, that's gonna be what a big focus of this season is. I'm liking it. And I think episode two is better than episode one purely because of the development of the characters. But I think episode three, I don't think it's as good as episode two, but I still think it's a great episode. I really enjoy it. They focus a lot on the development of Oliver, and to me, in this episode in particular, Oliver seems just like Damian Wayne, and I couldn't help but laugh just because he knows exactly what he is doing. He's just playing the field, and that's just something that reminds me that Damian Wayne would do. And he even has like the similar haircut and similar vibe. I really enjoy that. I like how Debbie's still a focus, Invincible's mom, and she's getting her own development. I hope it doesn't bite her, but we'll see. We get the Mauler twins. I always love seeing them. We'll see if we get to see them again. I kind of hope so, but who knows? But so far, these three episodes have made me very, very happy, and I'm very excited for next week with the stinger that we had at the end of episode three.
It's hard not to echo Griff's thoughts. I like the brutality of it. Episode three, I agree. It wasn't as good as episode one or two, but it was still very good. And I like the progression from episode to episode. I didn't feel that decline that I feel in most shows that we've watched this year. Um, Damian Wayne is my favorite Robin. The other ones suck. I don't care what anyone says. So anything that reminds me of him, I like. Even when one of my nephews or even my kid is acting kind of Damian Wayne-ish, I do want to smack him over the fucking head. But it always brings a smile to my face because it reminds me of Damian Wayne. And remember, I'm a huge Batman fan, so yeah, I felt that too. I was like, damn. And I had almost forgotten about it until Griffin mentioned it. Cecil's an asshole. But I agree with Griff. I a lot of the shit I feel very Donald Trumpish about him, where he's complete fucking psycho and he's crazy. But there are some things that he says that make sense. I feel that way about Cecil. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna get hate for saying that, but let me know, guys. Do you guys get Donald Trump vibes from Cecil? Because yeah, he's a complete dickhead. But a lot of the shit he's talking about, you can't help but wonder that shit does kind of make sense. It kind of starts to die down, but it's because we're headed into episode four next week. Um, I liked it. I thought it didn't end for me at least. It didn't end with a giant bang, but again, it started with that big ass bang, so it can't.
Yeah.
I'm good, man. I can't wait for next week. I can't believe I'm saying this because I remember when Griff was like, "Hey, we got to watch Invincible," and I didn't know it was a comic, as I've said before. And I took a look at the trailer and I was like, this shit doesn't seem like anything I'm fucking interested in. And that's a testament to giving shit a chance. Don't judge a book by its cover. Because I am, although not as big of as a fan as Griffin and our friend Kenny is, but I'm slowly starting to get there. I'm learning about these characters. It's a new world
I'll
for me,
take
man.
it.
It's giving, well, I'm not giving it a shot. I've already given it a shot, but I'm telling you guys, it's worth the watch. I did feel that it was a bit long, but that's only because we got 3 episodes and they're like, I think only one of them is like 49 minutes. The other two are 50 minutes, but that's why I felt long. But even then, I've seen movies that are 2.5 hours that feel like fucking 4 hours. So still all good, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna disagree with that. These didn't feel long for me at all. I know Edward and I watched all 3 episodes back to back. I enjoyed every moment. I wholeheartedly agree. Give this show a try. There's so many things coming up in this season I cannot wait for. Season 4 is already confirmed. I'm so excited. I know tonight I'm actually gonna go read some more Invincible just because I want to get back into it. I love this series so much. Please, if you haven't given it a shot, please just give the first episode of season 1 a shot if you haven't. I guarantee it's not gonna be what you expect.
It certainly wasn't what I expected.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you haven't seen our previous Invincible reviews, please go check them out here. We review all of season 2. And thank you guys so much for watching.
Take care, guys.